They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
He's going to a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Ellington to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down and 3. Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Ellington to return.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the keeper.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Mayfield on play action. Airing this one out for Evans. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room splintered. There was talk earlier some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. And fame, they talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career, so that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out, and this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
On third down, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
Try to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, here's Etienne.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Safety Glenn Delpit up to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Tyron Johnson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate.
And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jags are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Extra point out by Boswell. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble. But when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Jaguars 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Second and 10. They go play action with Lawrence.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. They still can't get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14.
Browns 42, Jaguars 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Cleveland. On 1st and 10, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Switch out, switch out.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second and 2. Now Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
It's caught outright by Graham. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Browns 49, Jaguars 35. First Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Ellington to return.
And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Back to the ground with ETN.
Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Donald Parham.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jags have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, who picked off the last one? What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
1st down, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Another tote for ETN.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll run with ETN. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Boy, 175 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Hey, lock it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
Shreds the tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run for the goal. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any...
And it's caught! It's a touchdown! So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mayfield.
Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mayfield to throw.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack in.